Hey guys, TIKTAK here and welcome back to the biggest update ever of Fortnite Save the World. As promised, Fortnite actually followed through. This is unbelievable, to be honest. I was really expecting some sort of delay, some sort of something, but they actually announced earlier today that this roadmap blog post will be posted at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it was. I was out with my family actually, so I couldn't post this earlier, but I definitely wanted to get this out to you as soon as I possibly could. So we're gonna go through the roadmap, see what is actually on here, what you should expect, what you can expect, what I know for a fact is coming, and what you should actually be excited for. So let's jump right into it. First off, we got player reporting. The original report system that was just introduced, only version 1. They are going to keep tweaking it and making it better and better to get those leechers, those taxiers, those level 1s and level 70 missions out of your games, and they even use the words permanent ban. Now, this is something that I'm kind of impressed with them. Being a free-to-play game, so that means someone can always make a new account. Now, I don't know if this is going to be an IP ban or anything like that, but I know for me personally, if my account got banned, I would feel some kind of way. I've put a lot of time into my Fortnite account, and I enjoy the game wholeheartedly. I don't do anything that would get me banned, but if it did ever happen to me, I would be upset. So hopefully that's enough of an incentive for the leeching and the trading and the scamming and all that stuff to go by the wayside, so we can have a less toxic community and a foundation to build this game to the best game it possibly could be. Canny Valley, a place that we should have had months ago. A place that we finally got a glimpse of in the last Survive the Storm event, and thank God we are finally receiving it in version 5.0. I am extremely excited, but I am also timid. There are a few things that worry me about this new experience. We'll deliver the first act of Canny Valley shortly after version 5.0. So number 1, it doesn't give us an exact release date. Hopefully it is 5.0, but we will see. Canny Valley will take you through the arid parts of the Fortnite world with many new and unique places to explore. The story will answer many questions. Who was Dr. Vinderman? Was he a hero or a villain? What happened to him? Who is the real Ray? Where is she? What really is the storm? And why did it happen? You'll also see Lars and his band, Steel Wool, Dennis, Penny, and all the other characters you love, along with the iconic locations and enemies. The problem I have with this is twofold. One is we do not know exactly when it's coming out, and it's been a long time coming. And number 2, what if you have already completed Canny? Now, in the past, Fortnite has been pretty good about rewarding players that have already done certain objectives. So hopefully they keep that the same, and anybody who did it already can experience the story without having to go back and grind again, which, as you guys know, is a huge gripe I have in the current model of the game. And one other quick thing, if we're just getting the Canny Valley's biome almost a year after release, that kind of makes me think how far along Twine Peaks actually is. I thought maybe they'd be working on both of these areas at the same time. God knows their development team should be, by this point, big enough. It kind of worries me that we won't see it for a while, and that means that the new zone that we are all hoping comes out and we are all waiting for might not even be on the drawing table. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I'm trying to stay positive. Hopefully they do us right and we can actually check out the story without having to replay all of Canny Valley. Next we have heroes and schematics, and this is probably the coolest part of the update, especially for people who are new into Fortnite. Do you enjoy min-maxing on your way to defending the storm? We've introduced new features that make it easier for you to zero in on particular rewards or configurations, and we have more on the way. Now, what this is actually saying is they are going to introduce a brand new system called research and recruitment, and you can actually work towards something that you want in the game. So you've had your eye on Urban Assault Headhunter, now you can finally, after months of playing the game, get the character. This is an amazing system that's similar to Warframe, which is probably the best free-to-play model game on the market at this time. It doesn't matter to me how much something actually costs. This is what endgame should be in a free-to-play game. Something to work towards, something to grind for, because otherwise, what is the point of grinding? The Recombobulator has been out for a little while now, and most people have a couple of guns, a couple of traps, fully leveled up and ready to go, but you still might not have that character you want. This system finally brings in that exact thing that we are missing. Something to grind for, something you do not have. You can actually work towards. It's an amazing update. I cannot believe they actually introduced this. This really detracts from their predatory monetization schemes they first introduced when the game first released. Another thing that is also not predatory is collection book unslotting. In update 4.5, we are also planning to provide a mechanism to unslot items from the collection book for a nominal fee of 20 V-Bucks to deter exploitative behavior. Now, I don't think I ever put anything in there that I really regretted, but I know a lot of people have. I know there is no tutorial. No one knows what it really is when they first start, and they don't really understand that it's basically a garbage can for the card collection part of the game. Saying that, a person on Reddit did a write-up about how predatory the collection book actually is. If I can find it, I will try to link it down below, because it was a really good read. And he had a lot of points to prove that the collection book basically makes you spend more money. It preys on not knowing what it actually is because there is no description for it. And the fact that you can unslot something might make a lot of people happy. The reason it costs 20 V-Bucks, I'm not really sure. I'm not exactly sure what exploitative behavior you could do by unslotting everything in your collection book. Mainly, possibly because they don't want people to have an abundance of things. I really don't understand why it costs actual money, but who knows? And the big announcement is Challenge the Horde is coming back. In version 5.0, we're reintroducing Challenge the Horde, which used to be called Horde Bash. What is Challenge the Horde? It's a mode focused on getting into combat quickly, dropping into a map with a pre-built base, and battle against waves of enemies. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and read what it actually says. I'm just going to comment on my experience from Horde Bash last time it was here. The footage you see now is very old. It's the only thing I could find that I still have on my computer of Horde Bash. And what it is there's a preload area, a separate skill tree, and the actual battle zone. They said on the patch notes that they are reworking some of this stuff, but the problem that I had with Horde Bash, even though it was an amazing event, is the leveling system they implemented originally. They did change it and they did patch it halfway through the event, but when it first started, it did not matter what level you were. You had to start at level 4, 5. The first time you actually fight husks, you had to do the entire thing from scratch. It was a nightmare, to say the least. I don't even think I finished the event in total. I may have, but I just don't remember. So what is Horde Bash? Horde Bash is a game mode where it's kind of like Survive the Storm, except you have a pre-built base and very limited resources to fight wave after wave of husks, and all of the husks have storm modifiers on them. This was actually the first time storm modifiers were introduced for Save the World. And the fun thing about this, and also the terrible thing about this, is you can get double stacking. Now, I don't know if this is going to happen again, but during this event last time, you were able to get double tanks with ricochet and really cancerous things like that. Now, they said that they are changing the map, they're changing the combat, but they're changing the time between waves and the length of waves and how many there are, but they didn't say anything about the modifiers. And some of the waves were literally impossible. If you had double tank modifiers on a smasher wave with propanes, you literally could not complete the mission. It was fun, and I'm excited to see it coming back. I wish, personally, that we were getting a new zone or Canny Valley or Twine Peaks faster, something that stays in the game longer than 3 months, but I'm happy to see it return. Am I excited for all of this stuff mentioned here? Yes, but you have to take it with a grain of salt, at least a small one. You never know what's actually going to come to fruition from all of these good things that we're hearing about in these patch notes. You never know what's gonna get delayed, or what they might not implement, or they can't figure out how to do. So just be careful and don't get your hopes up too high. Me, I like all of this stuff. The only thing that I really want in the game is for the game to be finished and give us a release date on the free-to-play. Even if I stop playing this game, which I don't plan to anytime soon, I'll come back to it. I have way too much time invested to lose out now. I am mostly excited for being able to work towards something, the 1 or 2 heroes I might not have, and if mythics are available in that new setup that they have, I'll be jubilated. There's only a couple of characters that I don't have that are really hard to get because the only way to achieve these things is through money, and I'm just sick and tired of spending money on this game. They are making this game user friendly, which is a great thing, because if you played this game when it first came out, it was rough. Fortnite is in the best place it has ever been. And as long as they keep striving and making these constant updates to the things the community are actually looking for, it's only gonna get better. So that's about it, guys. We haven't had an update like this since after the first month Fortnite was released, where they promised us a lot of stuff. And you know, it may have taken a little longer than we may have liked, but we actually got most of the things that was in that original post. Yeah, some things might still be missing, but for the most part, we got everything we could ever want in this game. And they are striving every day to make this experience just exactly what we all know it can be. So that's really it. What do you guys think about the new update, the huge patch that we just got? Hopefully in about 2 months time, this game is going to be unrecognizable from the state it was when it first released, which is only a good thing. Except for a few blunders here and there, Fortnite has been doing pretty decent with updates and patches and things like that, considering they have Battle Royale, which is the biggest game in the world. Let me know what you think about all of this stuff down in the comments below. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video. TikTak out.